everybody, welcome or welcome back to Novel Idea. My name is Dia, and today I am going to be doing a tag. Okay, so today I wanted to do the PostScript tag. This is a tag that a lot of booktubers do once the previous year has ended, and it just allows us to kind of look back on the year and talk about some of the content that we're proud of and some things that maybe we want to change or that kind of thing. So I'm going to do that today. All right, so the prompts are: number 1, the longest book you read this year and the book that took the longest to finish. So these are not the same for me. I'll start with the book that took me the longest to finish, and that is A Bad Business. And this is by Dostoevsky, and it is a series of short stories. And the reason it took from June to August to finish was because I was reading it with a group of people, and we were doing like 1 or 2 stories a month out of the collection. And so it took the longest for me to read out of all of the books this year. But the book that was the longest as far as page count goes was 2 Green Angel Tower by Tad Williams. It's book 3 in the Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn series. And it was 1,140 pages, I believe. Question 2, a book you read in 2022 that was outside of your comfort zone. Okay, so a few things are outside of my comfort zone. I don't read a lot of fan fiction or TV fiction, so fiction stories that are written based on TV shows. I don't read a lot of those. I don't pay attention to whether I'm reading translated fiction or not. I don't pay attention to authors of color or not. I don't pay attention to women versus men. I just don't pay attention to those kinds of things. I literally read for enjoyment, and I don't care who wrote the book. And I don't care whether you're a woman or a man or an author of color or an author from another country whose work is being translated into my language. If it's a book that I enjoy, then I'm probably going to read it. And so anyway, outside of my comfort zone, though, I did pick up specifically during Women of Translation Month a couple of translated novels that were not something that I would have picked up otherwise, just simply because they weren't, the descriptions of the book didn't sound like something that I would normally want to read. I read a Star Trek novel. It was called Enterprise, and so I read that one outside of my comfort zone. And then Korean modern contemporary kind of fiction novel that was translated from the Korean. And so both of those were way outside of what I would normally read. Prompt number 3 is, how many books did you reread in 2022? 47 rereads this last year. Sounds like a lot, but I read in total of short stories, novellas, plays, novels, and nonfiction. I read 362 books this year. So out of all of those, 47 of them were rereads for me. Out of all of those, what was your favorite reread is prompt number 4. Out of all the rereads, my favorite one was the one that I have reread so often because I love it so much, and that is Dune. A book you read for the first time in 2022 that you look forward to rereading in the future. For this, I have two answers. One is Uprooted, which I mentioned in my favorites video. It is kind of a reflection on life and comparing it to starting again in a garden and having to, plow and remove rocks and amend the soil and doing all of that. So Uprooted by Paige Dickey, and My Family and Other Animals by Gerald Durrell, because I laughed hysterically, and I know that there's going to come a point when that's what I want from a book, is just something that I know is going to make me laugh. I'm looking forward to going back and revisiting that one also. Number 6 is favorite single short story or novella that you read in 2022. So my favorite short stories collection that was a reread for me was Ray Bradbury's Dandelion Wine, and I love all of the short stories in there. Number 7 is Mass Appeal, a book that you would recommend to a wide variety of readers. I think that I would recommend the book Hidden Life of Trees by Peter Wohlleben. I think that there are so many people that would just enjoy it. The way that he writes and the way that the book is laid out, and it's just very kind of storytelling, even though it's a nonfiction book. It's very informative without feeling info dumpy, and it is absolutely delightful, the way that he gets you to understand things. So I would recommend, I think, to a wide variety of people, The Hidden Life of Trees. Specialized Appeal is number 8, and it says a book you would be hesitant to recommend to just anyone. I read a book prior to starting my channel, and it's called The Art of Prophecy. It's by Wesley Chu, or Wes Chu, and it is a very unique story. It's unique in the fact that the main character is not somebody that you are rooting for at first. Anyway, it is unique in the fact that his kind of mentor is a woman, is a very old woman, and is also not likable at the beginning. It is funny but it's like irreverently funny, and yet it's got lots of martial arts and battle type stuff in it, and it's also got a little political intrigue, but I don't think that most people in my sphere anyway would enjoy it, so I would only recommend it to certain people. Number 9 is reflect on your year as a bookish content creator. Goals met, good, bad memories, favorite videos that you've made, etc. I haven't been on here a whole year yet, but in 2022, one of my goals was to start a channel, and I have done that. Thank you to all of you that have come along for the ride. I had a goal to put up 2 videos a week, and I think for the most part I have done that ever since I started. I think that there were a couple of weeks where I did more than 2, and there were a couple of weeks where I only did 1, but I think in the balance of it all, I think that I managed to get to putting up 2 videos a week. My favorite videos have been the ones that I've gotten to do with other people. So I really enjoyed having my husband on here and getting to do that with him. And we did that for our 200 subscriber count, I think. When I reached 200 subscribers on the channel, I think that's when we did that. I enjoyed getting to have Tiffany and I do a game together, and both of us got to post those to our channel. That was really fun. I got to have Kasha on here and do a game with her. I've enjoyed mostly having others to do videos with. The only other goal that I had when I started the channel was to do more buddy reads, and prior to starting my channel, I had only ever done 1 buddy read. So it's been wonderful to develop friendships through here as a result of just getting to talk over a book that either we are enjoying or we aren't, either one. But I've enjoyed that, I think, most. I might have had 9 buddy reads. Wow. I also got to do my first vlog. I enjoyed that. I'm gonna try to do more of that, I think, this next year. And I got to do a video which I think might be my very favorite. And that was just kind of in response to something that Dave and Olive from Book Blather put out about just spreading positivity through what we do on here, and being forces for good. And so I got to share just some of the things that were making me happy, and I loved doing that. That was probably my favorite video that I have done on my channel. As far as bad memories go, I don't think that I really have any bad memories so far, but I will say that my least favorite video that I have done is the Get to Know Me in 25 Questions, because I was traveling at the time. The house that we were staying in was not great internet, and we were in the middle of nowhere. And also, I just rambled like crazy, and it had to be pared down and pared down and pared down. That's not a memory that I enjoy, that I like. I might need to redo that video at some point, because I really don't like the one that's up there right now. So nobody go look at it. Okay. And then the number 10 is to tag some bookish content creators. But honestly, I did this because I have just seen others do it even before I started my channel. And I knew that this was kind of the way that I wanted to wrap up 2022. We have more family coming into town. I'm so excited. In just a few days. So my oldest daughter was here. You guys met her because she came on and did a game with me. And my youngest is flying into town with her family, and they will be here for about 10 days. They're not staying with us. They have rented an Airbnb, and so we don't have as much to prepare, but we're leaving our Christmas decorations up because we have 2 more grandchildren that are headed into town with them, and we wanted to do a little Christmas celebration. We haven't seen them in over a year, and other than just on FaceTime and that kind of stuff. And so it's going to be very, very, very sweet, and it's going to be very hard to let them go when they have to go. Melinda is my youngest daughter, and she may very well come on and do a video with me also. I think our granddaughter would love to come on and do a video with Lala. And so we'll just see, but that's kind of what I'm preparing for right now. My husband just went back to work today. So I'm just kind of, you know, doing the things that you do after family leaves. But I hope that you all are enjoying the beginning of 2023. And I'm really looking forward to what this year holds, what it brings. And I hope that you are too. So, like if you liked it, guys. Subscribe if you want to. And I will see you in the next